Well, some Central Virginia public schools are getting a boost in biotechnology education. Jackson Schock is live in studio with more.
That's right. Albemarle County, Greene County, and Charlottesville will have new labs put in schools that give students hands-on experience with subjects like biotechnology. Biotech professionals say labs like these are another step in the bright future for biotechnology in the Commonwealth.
This is the most exciting time in Virginia's history for life sciences and biotech and work in science right now.
TEC Career Pathways will be expanding into Albemarle County, Greene County, and Charlottesville. It's part of Governor Glenn Youngkin's Go Virginia grants, which invested more than $6 million in grants to advance Virginia's economic competitiveness. Nikki Hastings is the CVille BioHub Executive Director.
I am so excited about this opportunity because I have seen when students get into the labs that are in our community, light bulbs go off and they get really, really enthusiastic about what's happening.
The first labs will be installed in middle schools and plan on introducing students to topics including biotechnology, coding, robotics, and multiple types of engineering. The investment is paired with multiple biotech companies getting ready to call Central Virginia home.
We've got AstraZeneca, Eli Lilly, Merck expanding, coming and building their manufacturing sites. We're going to need a very strong workforce, and we're going to need students who have a vision of building their careers here in Central Virginia.
The GoTech project received a little more than $1 million in funding. Hastings is hopeful it will be the beginning of the next generation of biotechnologists.
Knowing that there's a workforce and there's a pipeline of development that's happening is going to just strengthen our entire community.
The word excited was said about 20 times during my interview with Hastings, so it's safe to say that CVille BioHub is looking forward to the new labs. Live in the studio, Jackson Schock, 29 News at 5.